Well, all aboard. It's the end of the night here pretty much now. Oops. Did not mean to take and waste money. And I'm going to take and upgrade the coal line that I built by putting some sidings along it in various spots. And the goal behind the sidings is rather simple. It's to let this guy make some money. Now we're going to take and bring him up like this. Right about here, we'll do a cross beam, and we're going to take and see. I'm going to lay it out for 3 initially. We'll see how many I get going. This is probably our last video of the night. And where's that? Not good. It's actually another good spot to take and do a until I get a bridge there. I kind of want to have him be laid out the way he is. All right. Get these set up so that he will utilize that on his way back. And then we need a platform choose at this point coming into the yard. And let's put 2 trains onto this and see how fast we can get some coal going. Another thing we're going to do is we are going to upgrade our system, I think. There, 50. That way we're not exceeding it. Down the road, I might upgrade these trains seriously. This is served by Due South Collier. Hey, no, wrong button. Due South Collier, which is his only rail line to be making money for DDI. So DDI is desperately needing this. There we go. And yeah, he's going to be jammed up by the other guys, but at the same time, that'll give us a little bit more on one train. And these guys will get going rather quickly. I'm going to go ahead and hit the accelerate button on this, mainly just so I can see that it is indeed going to work and that I do need to expand the yards. Yep. Making certain that there's no hang off, and it was a hang off on one of those two trains I just added. These guys are all beginning to take and rock and roll. This guy needs to be a hair bit longer right here. Now we got the full 5 on both sides of that. Not thrilled, because that's a hard series of turns into a climb, and that slows down the trains. But we were working around somebody else's lines there, so we were trying to be nice. Auto racks are coming in. And he's finally hit the point where it's not loading up as fast. But did we get a turnaround financially for a little bit? Monthlies. That's where it matters. It does look like, yes, we had last month and one other month where we turned a profit because they were getting enough trains going. So it also cut us down to, unfortunately, we're sitting on some big numbers to take and have. Sadly, being generated here. Some point I'm going to upgrade them all to the push-pull system. I could probably even put a separate second engine on the front. But that just, it doesn't do anything to get there faster on coal, really. I mean, again, let's look at our coal in our goods list. Show what we got. Coal is right there. And it's only a 2% speed bonus. 2% speed bonus. $70 per unit. Oil, 3% speed bonus. The big ones are, of course, Printer's Ink does have a higher speed bonus. So we really should consider making certain anywhere else it's got printing is doing it with high-end speed track. And Kelly Jack's been doing that up there north in Calico, Northwestern. I didn't really do much with Eastern because I figured they did do a lot, so we're going to give Eastern a little bit of a play to see what Eastern can find. And we'll set to Eastern, and then we will go to Calico for the reset so we know. Same thing, looking at his, it has improved over the past couple of months. That higher speed line is dealing that little 3% bonus, helping us. So right now we're looking at a monthly that's occasionally above, and rarely, we're still flirting with the 20,000 per month, but it's not like what it was when we were looking at 25 to 30,000 a month. So we've gotten this under control to an extent. Good chunk of that's getting power out to the various businesses. It's also time to consider getting this iron mine up and running, because most of the infrastructure is there. It's just the unit and then setting it up. So let's go ahead and set him up. We're going to need a BR because we can't really afford anything else. We're going to run the heavier cars. I know there's people who are saying those 45 bulks are just not going to cut it, but I'm not worried about that as much as just getting some money going. So let's do this schedule. It's going to start there. Come through this and this, because we've got to fix these two flaggings. We're going to have them delivered to this one. And then return back home via this pathing. Almost forgot. And that's Vales. There we go. So those hopper cars will get rolling. Now it's time to take and do our blast things out. Get a spot there that he can take and park on. This guy over here is going to need a flagging line for now to keep him from causing problems once he starts rolling. But we do need to upgrade that speed. So let's go ahead and upgrade his speed to something that's more reasonable along that section of track. And that should take care of us. I still don't like how tight this little section here with only 3 is. We may have to bring this all the way over to here so that there is 5, which is my preferred train length in the long run. All right, let's see. Hey, by the way, I'm Kelly Jack. This is How Not to Game with Kelly Jack. This is the tutorial sessions for Simutrans. And this is episode 47, I believe. Yes, 47. Been a binge today. A late binge because I didn't realize I was going to get the day until way late. And it's time to put in a couple of flags down the road. We've got to fix. I got to do a flag there. Come back to DDI because we do have an issue here at DDI. The Don John Earth Dragon is now making money. But at the same time, there is an issue, and this is it right here. We're going to take that down to 5%. Come out to Asham West Station. That's where I'm going to take a 20% hold for the return trip. And then we've got to figure out a way to either convince a floundering Eastern to invest in speeding up this line or some other setup that we can do. I've had a lot of long videos this weekend and week. I'm going to cut this one short. We're at the 15-minute mark. Hey, I'm Kelly Jack. Have a better day than I'm having.